Are you going to stay out of this matter of how we pay back on the unemployment compensation? You just
No. We've tried to knock their heads together. That is labor and management. We've run into a hurdle, and it's a hurdle that may not be either side's fault in terms of federal requirements on what can be done. Here's the bottom line. The feds will fix it for us if we don't.
Right.
They
you
will.
Don't want that.
No, I prefer for us to solve our own problems. But ultimately, if we can't get management and labor together on something that's agreeable to get done, and with the kind of fractured nature of what you can expect in this legislature, the feds will take care of it for us. So am I staying out of it? No. Is it a top priority for me to go fall on my sword when I know the feds are going to take care of it? If we can't get the parties together and side with
and that
themselves,
the feds will take care of it ought to be a sufficient hammer on the parties.
I would think.
Ethics reform, that percolates out of some of the Republicans. A couple of columnists championed
percolates out of me.
Does it? To what end?
I spoke, I think, on my last Steve Barnes television show.
I missed it. Sorry.
I'm sorry, but
must have been during the holidays.
It was in November, I think, after the election. I thought a 2-year waiting period for legislators to become lobbyists was good public policy and something that I would support. What I've been real careful here, and then again, this goes back to my days in the Senate. I tell them privately what I think, and I think there ought to be some significant reform, that being one of them. But I remembered that internally, when governors stuck their nose into the internal operation of the Senate, or what we perceive to be the internal operation, it often was counterproductive. So I'm more effective if I can privately talk to them and say, you guys ought to do this.
Have you privately talked about what they ought to do in terms of the lobbyist-legislator direct relationship, in terms of reporting what is spent, limiting further what is spent on entertaining? Is that something that you've also kind of receptive to in your private moments?
Sure, I'm receptive to it. I'm receptive to limiting the amount of money that lobbyists spend on legislators. I'm receptive to limiting the amount of money legislators draw for
expenses.
Mm-hmm.
And you let this be known in a
well, obviously you're letting it be known now on TV.
No, but I'm talking. I know, but you're saying this is the legislature's business, and I must be careful appearing to tell them how to be ethical, is what I hear you say.
It's all of our business,
right.
And I don't shy from that responsibility. But the legislature is a culture that is most effectively spurred to change in its own behavior when they are encouraged to do it from within rather than being dictated to from without. That's been my experience, both as a legislator and watching them.
One more in this regard, I'm obliged to ask. Would a Walmart rule in legislator-lobbyist relations work? By which I mean not even a cup of coffee.
Not even a cup. Would it work? Sure. Would there be some cheating? I'm sure that would. Would the consequences of that cheating be important in terms of enforcing it going forward? I think so.